Hello, viewers, and welcome to the finale of the system Hopes Peak High. Tonight, we will finally discover who wins the season of the system and who the mastermind truly is. It all comes down to the ultimate casino dealer, the ultimate Foley artist, the ultimate journalist, and the ultimate linguist. Who wins the system Hopes Peak High? Let's find out.
I am gagged. What?
He legit messaged me. He was like, "Don't trust Gaston." And I'm like, "Oh."
Wait, that she messaged you that
She messaged me, not the video, but she messaged me
privately?
She messaged me right before she was evicted, 9 minutes before.
Okay. She never. Okay, first off, she never told me that she thought she was winning the game. Why would I go spreading that around? People were talking about Ahmed being a huge social threat, and I agree with that because it's not incorrect. Oakley was actually the one who brought that up. Oakley and Jonah, and I was not completely shocked when Jonah made that speech at Final 6 when he got out.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me he was putting anything on her because I think he did it silently or with Oakley, but I was not shocked because Jonah and Oakley both talked to me individually about Ame being a social threat. And I agreed because they're not wrong.
Yeah, I legit told you this
oh my god.
Ago. The round that Justin left, I was like, bitch, it's
I am gagged. It is Final 4. I'm still here and I'm smiling even though I didn't ruin my whole game, but I know I'm in very deep trouble, and that really sucks.
Gaston, if I'm being honest, I honestly see myself going before you.
No, I mean, not really. I don't believe so.
Okay, but you at least have more of a solid relationship with Oakley and Zach, so that's my thinking towards it. So
okay, but at this point, this is the end. This is the last move you can make. It's not like Final 3 matters, relationship wise. They might send someone pissed off the jury. That's about it.
Yeah, but it's God, I'd be so pissed if Zach was the mastermind because I'd hate the season if that was the case.
I'm just pissed that if you're not the mastermind, it's neither of us. Oh my god.
I mean, low key, I still think it's you, but we won't know until results are.
I really, really hope it's you. You have no idea. Oh my god. What if it was Ame though?
Why would she nominate herself? That's the thing. Give herself
I know, that is...
It's dumb.
It is really useless to do.
It's useless.
Because it's not like she can win anyways, so what's the point? Is she can make a big move? I told Zach, oh, I'm gagged at that video. He's like, what vid? Girl, the one she put on her way out. I'll see. If we said nothing, she would have never they would have never noticed. I don't know. She slandered my game, and she essentially made me a much bigger target than I ever needed to be. And that is honestly probably why I'm getting 4th place. And that's what sucks. It's literally just because of Ame and her bitter video that's gonna get me 4th place, and I can't change that. Okay, yeah, can we go and call with them and just explain things there, please?
Oh wait, are they doing their thing?
They want to do a call.
Sure. I don't really care. Did you not watch Ame? Oh wait, you guys didn't watch Ame's video.
I didn't watch it yet.
Oh,
you guys are so stupid.
No.
I didn't have time to. I just got off a call.
Yeah, I haven't.
So essentially, Ame came in and dragged our asses.
Oh, no.
Me
saying
and
I didn't do
Stefan, to be specific, but me and kind of Stefan is what she's dragged.
I mean, it's she kind of did me. It was Stefan just didn't care about the game. I'm like, ooh, got him.
Yeah.
And then essentially exposed. You'll be able to watch this exposed alliances that we've had with her running this game, except for this past round. We did try to bust you, Oakley, a lot of times, and Zach, we tried doing that to you this round.
Okay, honestly, I saved Oakley from being busted a couple times. Sorry, Stefan.
Oh well.
I knew that Ame and Stefan and, by the way, Justin was also in our lines. Big mistake that was.
See, I wasn't the one like throwing out, "Hey, let's bust Oakley."
But it was a plan, and then at some point, like it was like, Gaston, make sure you put this on Oakley to make him bust. I'm like, okay, I will, and I just didn't.
And then you just didn't, and then Oakley still went in via the mastermind.
Yeah, that was bull. I was pissed. I was like, I saved him, but then I didn't save him because he still went in from the mastermind anyways. What a waste of time.
Yeah, if I like knew how much mine would have been a waste, I would have been like, no.
Oh my god. Ame spilled a lot of tea talking about how there was an alliance of 4 people. Justin, her, Gaston, and Stefan. Basically controlling everything. And, yeah.
Okay, I mostly heard what she said.
Oh, by Zach, yikes. So yeah, that was a thing.
Now I honestly don't feel bad about some of the things I've done.
No, okay, honestly, I was not quite truthful to the League of Villains and then the whole Unholy Trinity. I
was, but you know,
see, I on purpose, and after hearing Ame say that, I'm like, I don't feel bad at all now. Like, I was the first person to affect Ame's popularity ever in this game, and she thought it was Justin. Sorry.
Meanwhile, my ass was just sitting around doing nothing the entire time, saying, I'm gonna go see if I can make my friends get farther in the game.
It's just a lot. Yeah, Stefan is just existing. This is getting a little bit annoying, but you know what? Ugh, I'm fine with that. It is just a lot.
Oh, by the way, something she didn't mention in the League of Villains, we ended up giving each other code names. And Ame was Cruella DeVille. Gaston, of course, was Gaston. Justin was Ursula because we had this kind of thing where we were each going to connect to one person outside of the alliance, so he was with Ariel. So Ursula, Ariel, you get the point. And then I was Hans.
You were who?
Hans from Frozen.
My God, what a mess.
There was, yeah, we pretty much got like details of the alliance breakdowns of the season.
So what have we gone through? I'm curious.
What do you mean?
Like, what did you said breakdowns of the alliances? I apparently didn't know some of them, so I'm curious.
Well, almost like so many people had final threes with all each other. Like, it was a mishmash of final threes everywhere.
Yeah, I didn't really have like final twos in there. I just kind of had like combinations of final threes. Like, we knew about there was a thing called the Chambermaids. Let's Trace Amigos. Mean Girls was a fun one. There was 23andMe. They knew about a thing, Oakley.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. There was Nato Kuma's Victims. Whatever that threesome you made with Gaston and Zach. I don't know if that ever got a name.
That was barely a thing. I made
Did that get a name? I don't think it got a name.
I made a chat and no one talked. I was like, okay, at least we're not gonna talk in here.
And then the last one I have written down is the one between you, Joel, and Gaston. And there wasn't a name for that. It was just something that got formed. I'm kind of just a little bit reeling, though. I don't want to say it's like set me up pretty well because I know the situation with like Gaston, Zach, and Oakley. But I think if Oakley has any shot of winning and if Zach is the mastermind, then Gaston has got to go. Gaston has got to go for anyone to have a chance at winning. So I think the mastermind should take them out. Do I think they will? I don't know. But I think that's my point of like trying to be dead. Got any questions?
Not at the moment.
And at this point, I'm not even sure I'm going to spend any prisms this round, because if I do make it, I'd rather just rock that prism ratio and then take my chances of popularity, because I know no matter what I do, I'm probably going to end up in the chamber. I'm not the mastermind, and I think it's pointless if I try to pretend that I'm going to not be in the chamber. So, like, what's the point?
Your time starts now.
Well, that's definitely Robbie.
That is. What the hell is that?
Oh my god. Robbie and Stefan.
Correct.
Okay, Robbie and Stefan?
Correct.
What's his glasses? Oh, Clark. Robbie and
Incorrect.
Clark. Incorrect?
Incorrect.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, one's so obvious. Robbie and Stefan?
Correct. Next picture.
Okay.
Robbie and Stefan.
Correct. Moving on to the next one.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oof. Oh my god. Who's that other face?
Moving on to the next one.
Connor and me.
Correct.
Connor and Zach?
Correct.
Me and Connor?
Incorrect.
Ah, damn it.
That's Connor and me, isn't it?
Nope. Incorrect.
Oh, it's Zach and Connor.
Correct.
Connor and Zach.
Correct. Moving on to the next picture.
Oh my god.
Jonah and Ariel.
Correct.
Ariel and Jonah.
Correct. Next.
Ariel and me.
No. Incorrect.
Oh, it's Ariel and Jonah.
Correct.
Ariel and Jonah?
Correct. Moving on.
Oh, that is, I know one. That is Ame, but I don't know who the second one is. Hold on. Oh my god. That is one weird face.
Oh, Ame and Gaston?
Incorrect.
What? Ame and Oakley?
Correct. Moving on to the next one.
Ooh.
Ame and Justin?
Incorrect.
Oh my god. Ame and Oakley.
Correct.
Oh, God. Ame and Oakley.
Correct.
That kind of looks like my face a little bit, but I don't want to believe that I look that ugly. Is that Ame and me?
Correct. Moving on to the next one.
Clark and Allie?
Incorrect.
Oh my god, wait. Okay, that is obviously Clark. This is very much Clark. And, oh my god. Who is that? Is that me? No, it's not me.
Clark and Joel.
Correct. Your time stops. At 1:48.91, you got 5 penalties. Just add those up. And a minute and 15 seconds added to your time. 3 minutes, 3 seconds, .91.
Clark and Joel.
Correct. Your time stops.
Okay.
Okay, so before penalties, your time is 2 minutes, 10 seconds, .26. And with penalties, let me just add, is 2 minutes, 40.26 seconds.
Oof. Clark and Joel?
Correct. Time stops.
Oh my god, that was oof. I was so worried about getting the wrong answers.
You got one wrong, so you got a 5-second penalty.
Okay.
So your final time is 1:55.99.
Yeah, sounds like a price for something expensive. Look at me go.
Joel and Clark.
Correct. Your time stops. Okay. Your time is 1 minute, 35 seconds before penalties. And you got 2 wrong, so we add 15 seconds on. Final time is 1 minute, 50 seconds, .41.
Have 50 minutes until we find out who is safe and who gets the sole vote. It should be the original Mastermind, assuming there's no lies. So I'm going to use some modifiers just in case. I mean, there's no point of not using any. At least I can either hinder people's overall popularities or at least make my round popularity the best. Just in the very, very rare event that that's actually going to go through, and overall it's not going to matter. Are you excited to find out who the Mastermind is in 15 minutes? Because I'm thrilled.
I can't wait for them to not want me in the end because everyone hates me. You know that song by the Chainsmokers, Everybody Hates Me? That's my mood right now.
I don't know. I mean, the Mastermind has nothing to lose or gain, really. It's kind of what they want. So if they want to see you win, they'll take someone that they think that can beat you. I mean, I don't know what the Mastermind thinks. I don't even know who it is yet. So it all depends what they think and what they want. So
Yeah. And hey, we'll probably be on for results again.
oh yeah, for like the 4th time. But I don't know. I'm hoping Stefan is the Mastermind. That's kind of what I'm hoping for right now, and I think that's my only way to final 3 and hopefully final 2. I don't know. Oakley said he wanted to talk and explain why he was being quiet and weird last night, so I'll see what he has to say. But I know I'm not his biggest fan right now. I'm not his favorite person. And Zach, I have no idea what he would do if he is the Mastermind.
But yeah, I was just not in a super awesome mood yesterday. So that's kind of, if I seemed off, that was kind of why.
No, that's fine. I kind of figured, you didn't look very happy or happy as you usually are. So I kind of figured you were happening. So I was like, okay, that's fine.
It was definitely like game stuff, but I didn't know how to deal with it yesterday.
Right. That's totally fine.
It mostly was like getting rid of Ame is really hard for me, and then to hear that like she didn't really care how I did was kind of a shock. And then like I was a little surprised. This is gonna sound really bad, I think, but I was a little surprised at like how I ended up in the chamber sometimes on your end.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, there's a few times that you were supposed to go in that you didn't because I didn't do my part.
Mm-hmm.
But there are, I think, towards the end. Well, actually, not really, because you were the Mastermind's choice when you went in with us, and then you didn't go in at. Did you go in at 7? Yeah, you did go in at 7.
If it was in the recent past and it wasn't the final 5, I probably went in.
No, yeah, definitely, but Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I thought that everyone knew that Ame was playing like a really cutthroat game, and it seems like everyone's shocked about it now that it's all out in the open. So I'm like,
I'm not surprised that she was against me. I was just surprised at, like, I guess how it happened.
yeah, I think Zach's come in the same boat too. And my overall popularity is at 22. My prism ratio is really good, and I think that's not. I mean, my prism ratio I can easily kind of lie about. Overall popularity, I don't know.
Crushed it.
Hello, contestants, and welcome to your final popularity results of the season. As a reminder, the 3 people in the chamber will be up for elimination, and the 1 person safe this round will have the sole vote to eliminate. Now let's get to the results. First person in the chamber this round is Stefan. The second person in the chamber this round is Oakley. It means it comes down between Gaston and Zach. The last person in the chamber this round is Zach. That means congratulations, Gaston. You are the only person safe this round, and you will have the sole vote to eliminate. You will have until midnight tonight to make your decision, and you may send in your vote at any time during that period. Good luck.
No way! No way! Oh my god! Oh. I feel like you yesterday when you were safe. No way! Oh my god, it was Ame! Ah! Oh my god.
So either way, regardless of...
Oh my god, there's no, but now there's a final chamber. Oh, I don't like that. Oh my god, I thought we were gonna escape that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no.
This game never ceases to amaze me. I have no words. I am somehow safe from the chamber. Oh my god, I knew that there was a chance of this happening. And that's why I immediately just like, you know what, I'll up myself a little bit, down a couple of people that I think could beat me in popularity, just for the round popularity. And I can't believe that.
So now I just kind of like have a question.
Yes.
What are the chances that you bring me to Final 3?
Honestly, I mean, I'm gonna explore all my options, but I don't foresee taking you out.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And like, it's like if you exploring all options doesn't make me upset, by the way, because I kind of Would expect it.
So Ami was the mastermind who nominated herself, who put herself in the chamber. Oof. Unless the original mastermind was just never. I mean, it had to be Ami. It had to, because I'm not the mastermind. Wow, that's crazy. Whether she was the original or not is still TBD, but wow.
If you want any like reason to keep me, my overall popularity is a 4, and I didn't touch it, so because I figured someone else would.
My God.
Wow.
So Gaston is the one person safe, so Stefan, Zach, or I are gonna go and get 4th. I don't know if it's Gaston or if it's Ame, because if it was Ame, then no one would have been safe and popularity would have mattered. But if it's Gaston, then that means I'm either getting 4th or I'm gonna be in the final 2, because if he's the original mastermind and he's in the final 3, there's no final chamber. Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Again, I don't. At this point, right now, I don't believe I'm going to take you out, and I will explore all options to see what my best option is. So we'll see. I'll let you know either way, and we'll go from there.
He said that in theory he's probably not going to take me out, but you never know. I'm going to be holding my breath. He said he's not going to wait until midnight, so I'm really thankful for that, because I don't know if I can wait that long, but...
I am going to explore all 3 options and try to do the best one for me. And go from there, I guess. So.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's...
If it's any consolation, my prism ratio is ass. I don't think any of the jury would vote for me. It's a good chance that I would get 3rd in the final chamber. So just about as much campaigning as I can do, because
Right.
you know it's the truth.
No, yeah. Going.
It's going okay. I can't believe I was right, but anyways.
I can't believe I was wrong, honestly. I mean, I was right, but I was wrong.
You're so right. Well, yeah. So, I don't know. Am I supposed to get like campaign for this or?
I don't know. Okay, see, this is the thing. If I was the mastermind, I'd have no decision. It wouldn't be a hard decision for me. But I'm not, so it's a tougher decision.
Right.
That's the thing. I literally did not think about having to eliminate someone, so I literally have not thought about this until I was not in the chamber. Which is why I was like, uh-oh.
Wow.
Yeah. And I don't know. Like I told Zach and Oakley, I'm exploring all 3 options just to see like what's best for me, what's best long term. Because the thing is, I worked with you the closest, but I worked with both of them very closely since round 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
Zach probably Zach the least, but we still worked together a fair amount. And even full disclosure, last round I went to Zach with our plan. And
Shocked? No, not really.
I had to play the villain game, okay? My name is Gaston.
It wasn't even villainous. Please.
Not really. It was just kind of, I don't know. I honestly thought, after Ame lied about her prism ratio, I thought that she was not the mastermind and you were. So our plan with the Unholy Trinity went through. I thought I was in final 2 with Ame. And I did not want that.
Okay. Great. I'm happy. Everyone. Oakley just messaged me and said, I thought you were the mastermind. I'm like, okay, you know what? Great. I really could not care. Because obviously that's wrong, or else
obviously he's not.
I was the first one announced to be in the chamber. I'm like, well, you know what? I saw this coming, so do I care? No. I also threatened people this round.
threatens everyone in the main chat, ends up first in the chamber anyways.
Yeah, I threatened everyone in the main chat, then went to their individual PMs and was like, no. Y'all thought I was going to do nothing. Thinking you can complain about getting fourth. I'm like, nah. Like, I know I'm not the mastermind, so if y'all want to have your, like, pity party, I'm going to make sure you have something to be sad about. Fucking...
Oh, God. See, I wasn't so worried until both of them were like, yeah, so we think you're going to win. And I was like, great, fantastic. So, but somehow none of them are voting, so.
Well, I mean, one of them is going to be voting in the end, quote unquote.
Maybe true. I don't know. I was about to make my decision, and I changed my mind between literally all three of them so many times. I thought I was going to vote for Stefan for a while. My first confessional was leading myself towards Stefan, and it just kind of made sense. But then I made a chart with like which parts I would win against all three people, like popularity, prisms, and the jury. And it's just like the most consistent win I have against any of these three is against Zach. Because I believe I can win a jury against Zach. People are not a huge fan of Zach. I think I can snag that jury fast enough, easily enough. For Stefan, I am like 99% sure I beat him in popularity right off the bat, just because he was like in the 20s somewhere, got lowered a bit last round, I think. So I think it was like early, like high 10s or low 20s, which is like lower than I was, about where I was. But then if Zach lowered him by 8 and I lowered him by 5, didn't say anything. He said he didn't touch mine, I upped mine, so there's no way he should have gone below 0, definitely. So I should win popularity. The prism ratio, he told me his was 35. I calculated mine is 34 point something. Now, I don't know if he's lying or not. If he's not lying, I should win both. And the jury is going to be an up in the air. I think I have a better game to pitch than he does, but honestly, who knows? So when it comes to Oakley and his other two categories for the prism ratio and the overall popularity, his overall popularity is probably the biggest cluster in between the four of us, because he had a low overall popularity when it came to live night when at final 6. Fine. I think it was like 1 or 2 or somewhere actually very low. From what he said anyways, it's all like hearsay, right? Then last round he got upped by Ame and Stefan by 10. So he should be at like 12-ish, but then he was saying how his overall popularity was at 4, and I don't know if I buy that. I'm honestly not sure. So I think it was actually at 12 or 11 or somewhere in that range, and Stefan was planning to single-handedly use bust Oakley upwards and then go back down. Apparently Oakley used a bunch of... Oh, Oakley did say he used a bunch of pinks on himself. He said he didn't do anything. Oh, that liar.
Hello, contestants, and welcome to your Round 9 Chamber results. As a reminder, Oakley, Stefan, and Zach are in the chamber this round, and Gaston has the sole vote to eliminate. Gaston has decided to eliminate Oakley. That means, Oakley, I'm sorry, you have been eliminated and removed from the system. If you have anything left to say, you may do so
now. To say I'm upset is an understatement. I really thought that Gaston was going to bring me to the final 3, and I think that if I made it to the final 3, I would have won the whole game. I know I was winning prism ratio because I didn't spend the entire time, and I spent that last round just really fixing my overall popularity, and I think I had a good chance with the jury too, so I was that close, and it's so frustrating because I know that I played well, I know that I gave everything to this game, and I feel like It's disappointing to be this close and still not even get the chance, but I know I did something incredible this game because I was a one-man army the latter half of it, and many people I think would have crumbled under that pressure, but I held my own, and I can hold my head up high for that.
All right, Gaston, Stefan, and Zach. The final chamber will begin in 3, 2, 1, go.
You still see it, right?
Yep.
Good. This might take a while.
Oh my god, I hate this already. Gray. This is garbage, mama. Okay, I was pissed at this. Oh, sorry. But I was pissed. I thought, okay, look, I was prepared that it was going to be literally anything else, but then even the colors that, like, I thought it was going to be, oh, hey, be sure to flip all these people from all the seasons. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I've been watching the seasons, finally doing my homework for once. I was prepared, Nathaniel. I was ready. Oh, that's all right. Like Rose. Oh, that's garbage, wow.
I researched everyone's like hometown or like home state, and they're all different. So I was like, ooh, that could work. Well, almost all different. A couple of like similar ones, but I thought that that would be an optional thing. So I kind of looked into that. Didn't really expect colors. I don't think anyone did. So I think we were all at the same disadvantage here. So I'm not too peeved about it, but we'll see. Okay. All right. Wow, still nothing, huh? Fantastic.
Honestly, I just like went through the motions of one and then get to the other because I didn't know exactly what the match was, and so like what the matches were, and so I just went through the motions of like each and every one, and if I got lucky, I got lucky and whatnot. Red and Ocho, Oreo Black, Ellie Orange, White Brian, Green Clark, Blue Gaston.
Where's the other color? There we go. Now we're cooking like ass.
I think that's my color, actually. Hold on. Oh. Then what the hell was mine?
Oh, hey, me. We love me. Oh, hey, Amer. Tell me you didn't have too many nice words to tell me.
You have incurred a 5-minute penalty for missing a hacker.
Oh, I hate everything.
Good. No. Okay, I'm like just about done. And there we go.
How was I white? Bam.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, I think I can make it through the first one, no problem. So we'll just make our way downtown. Can I click that? Is that allowed, or I have to start a new game?
Start a new game.
Damn it! Not even the Ultimate Artist like gave me as much pain as the math thing, because I was always all hunched over. I had my phone out, like taking pictures of everything. I was like, okay, I know the system, I know how that works, and then I remembered, hey, Gaston said that it will still take numbers, even though whatever the dealio is. Pause. Yeah. So I kind of just remembered what Gaston said and just went from that.
13. This is my trick. 18, 16, 16, 13, 2, 8, 2, 8. And then I'll be done. 90. I knew that I was going to do well, and I think I'm probably the one who excelled the most. So that's kind of where I shone through, and I just hope they failed.
To be honest, I didn't mind it because I'm okay at math, but I think it's a stupid challenge because it's easy to just like cheat in it, and you know. Oh, I wish I had a calculator beside me. Could I use it if I had one?
Yes, you could.
73, 768, and the final coup d'etat, 10,000.
I'm pressing.
Okay. I got it.
Okay, starting the clock now.
My other arm is free to do whatever. I can rest on my legs too, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm starting to shake.
Penalty, I can't do it. Oh, there's no way I can last 10 minutes. It's not worth wasting my time.
I hope that somehow, some way, one of those two couldn't do it, or they took forever to do it, or took some penalties along the way somewhere else. Either way, it takes them 10 minutes, so really I'm only 12 minutes behind, but it's still a 12 minutes that I did not want to be behind.
I'm good at endurance. I can do this. I suffer myself through it because it's just all about blocking out the pain, and I have very rarely ever lost an endurance competition when it comes to physical endurance.
I liked it because I did great in something, and I'm proud of myself.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done.
Damn!
Okay, alright, edit, draw. Oh, just fucking unzoomed, you ass. Don't waste my goddamn time. Okay, I was like, where do you start? So I go here. This would be here at some point. Oh my god, is this gonna lead back or what? No, it's not. That's gonna be dead end, I think. I like mazes. I feel like I didn't. I wish I would have spotted the maze faster. Just physically spotted it faster. But I am good at mazes. I feel like if either of them started from the beginning, it is a very tough endeavor. And if they start drawing right away and not getting the right answer, it's gonna make them go insane. So I hope that some people spend this. I feel like this is where I could catch up with time, and I hope that I did. Here's there, everywhere. Oh, this is an empty cavity. Okay. Oh my god, my drawing skills are awful. There.
Okay, So you saw what I was doing. Like my ass was like starting from like the inside going out. I didn't even look at the exit, but then when I saw I got close, I was like, huh. I got blocked in. Waste of time. That's what that was. So then I started at the other end and worked my way in, and it literally took me 2 draws, and I'm like, huh. I should have done that to begin with. That was easy. Oh my god. Found it.
Yeah, Nate, I don't know how I'm gonna be able to do this. Because I literally.
You're also allowed to print it out and do it by hand.
I don't have a printer, I'm in college.
You can also take the penalty.
How long is the penalty?
The penalty for part 4 is 20 minutes.
Yeah, I literally could not do the maze because I didn't have a program to draw on it. I would use Snapchat or Facebook or whatnot, but the line was too thick and it literally wouldn't be able to fit in between the spaces. So I had to skip it because I literally could not do it. Yeah, I literally can't do it.
Okay. Okay. For the last part of the mission, you will be doing word unscrambles, and they will be of the contestants' names from this season. I will be posting them one at a time in your production chat. Once you have figured out what contestant is, you just need to say the name out loud, and I will send you the next scramble. It will finish off with a phrase at which point you will have to unscramble and then answer. We're starting in 3, 2, 1.
Ariel.
Okay. Next one.
Joel.
Okay.
Jonah.
That's just so much. Robbie.
Zach.
Mm-hmm.
I almost said Chad.
Who had a can there? Oakley.
Gaston.
Stefan.
Connor.
The hell? Anthony. Oh my god. Oof.
Brian. Gone too soon.
Clark.
What the hell? Oh, Ame. I was reading that as ham.
Justin.
Allie.
Who is the masterminds?
Your time has stopped. Answer the question.
Huh?
Answer the question.
Who is the mastermind? Gaston?
Who is the mastermind? Ame.
Who is the mastermind?
Okay, answer the question.
Gaston.
Before we get into the final chamber results, first, I would like to reveal our mastermind of the season. If you are the mastermind and currently in the final 3, please raise your hand. Well, I'm glad none of you are lying, because it's you.
It's literally not me.
I was convinced you, bitch.
No, I
So-
was saying, like, that's what's so shocking.
However, everyone, I have a video for you all from the Mastermind with Love.
Oh, man.
I'll be sending it to both the jury and the main chat, so give me 1 minute.
Oh
Are we
my
supposed
god,
to
no, like,
Why would Name nominate herself? That's my question. If that's the case.
that's why I didn't think that was actually happened, but
Hey guys, so this may come shocking to you, but I am the Mastermind. I went into this game basically inserting myself into the game, and my plan was to immediately get eliminated from the game shortly after being in it. And I wanted to cause as much despair to everybody as possible. And my mission was to create the Nate AI, which I did. And this is what happened. And I hope you guys are feeling the despair, because that was my whole thing I wanted to do going into this. And yeah, thank you.
Well, in other news,
I mean, we joked about it the entire time, but thematically, it makes a lot of sense.
oh my god.
I mean, this conspiracy theory, goddamn. Ugh.
So, but like, just the way all the nominations fell out, it just made so much sense.
It made so much sense it was you, because you wanted, oh my god, and it's like, oh, maybe Gaston is setting this up for me pretty well. Okay.
I wouldn't have
Let me
gone for
just
Ame.
re-invite Zach, and I'll explain everything in just a second. Here is the entire twist of season 4.
Oh, God.
Anthony was a fake contestant.
Okay.
His whole role was to be brought into the game for a couple days and then be immediately removed on the first live night.
Okay, Anthony Scaramucci. Of course.
Meaning, there was no actual Mastermind's choice. Every single time a Mastermind choice was made, it was someone randomly selected from the 3 people that was already in the chamber. So anyone that was in the chamber was going to be in there to begin with.
Oh my god.
Wow.
The way to hide it,
You did
I didn't really waste prisms that much. Okay, cool.
the only way we could hide that was to block your popularity for the next round. So that is why it was blocked. But other than that, I guess you could say the twist of the season was there
A fake
was
twist?
no twist.
Oh my god.
You guys were playing standard system.
Damn it.
And that is why this round is called the Ultimate Despair, not because of the final chamber, but because of the fact that you guys did the Mastermind's bidding when there was no Mastermind to start with. All right. Now, with that reveal over with, I'm sure you're wondering who is in third place and who will be moving on to the final 2 to be making their case to the jury. First, we'll start off with the first place of the final chamber. With a time of 38 minutes and 6.91 seconds, Gaston, you will be moving on to the final 2.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry.
That means it comes down between Stefan and Zach, and that means your rivalry will end tonight between the 2 of you.
There's no rivalry.
I'm not sure if it's rivalry as much as disdain, but go on.
Yeah, it's like one-sided entirely.
So, since Gaston won the final chamber, he had to give one of you a 10-minute time penalty. The 10-minute time penalty went to Stefan. That means with a difference of 24 minutes, 25.33 seconds.
I mean,
the person eliminated tonight and the last member of the jury is
I did so bad.
Zach.
Damn.
So I'm sorry, Zach. You have been eliminated and removed from the chamber. We will see you tomorrow for jury But that means congratulations, Stefan. You will be moving on to the final 2 and will be able to speak your case to the jury tomorrow night.
Okay, sorry for hating on you so much during the season, Zach. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty in the rewatch. It's really
backtracking.
No, choke. Go jump in the street.
I know it's all fun, dude, but congratulations to both of y'all too, making it to the finals. Y'all 100% deserve it. I had so much damn fun playing this game, and I could be nothing but happy that I got eliminated, and nothing but happy that I got to experience this game. So good luck, y'all two, in the finals.
See ya. Good luck.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thank you, Zach. Again, we will see you tomorrow. And with that, we are down to 2.
So I just got 3rd in the system Hopes Peak High. All I have to say is that I am very, 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 very proud of the way I played and how well I did. I am nothing but happy that I got 3rd, and because going into this I thought I was going to get a lot worse, but I turned out to get last jury member and final jury member, and I am nothing but happy with the way I played. I know that I made some good friendships in this game, some friendships elongated from other games, some friendships are new, and I am nothing but happy about the way that everything turned out. I wish so much luck to Stefan and Gaston. One of you guys will make a great winner, and I am looking forward to casting my vote for one of you guys.
Here we are, the final 2, Gaston and Stefan. You have done what 12 other contestants were not able to do this season, and that is stand here and face the jury and find out which one of you has won the System Hopes Peak High. Both of you have gone through highs and lows throughout this entire journey, and I am excited to see how it all ends up tonight, because I can say for myself and for the viewers that this is going to be an amazing season, and it has been an amazing season for both of you. So we're going to get things started. Gaston, since you won the final chamber, you will be speaking first for the opening speeches. So Gaston, you can unmute. I will get my timer ready, and once I say go, you may begin. So Gaston, go ahead and begin.
Hi everyone. I just want to prepare something really quick. Let me just pull this out. It's not as fancy as Ame's video, but I have something prepared. It's not a eulogy, it's just some notes. I just want to thank production and the players. Literally, thank you so much for this entire experience. It was amazing from the start to the finish. The amount of aneurysms and anxiety attacks I've had this entire game is ridiculous, but honestly, it was so worth it just to have this whole experience. Amazing. Thank you so much, production, players, everyone. I'm not going to go through my entire game. I feel like that pretty much got entirely exposed, that final 5, final 4. I will just go through a few points as to why I think I deserve your vote. So if you have any questions about anything, please ask me to clarify. I'll gladly do whatever I can whenever it gets to your individual turns. I think my social game was pretty much on point from the early game. I had I had a really good alliance with the League of Villains, with Ame, Stefan, and Justin, that essentially paved a path for the game, the first portion. That was a really easy way to know a lot of information throughout the game. And on top of that, I had a whole lot of individual relationships to top that off. I had a good one with Oakley, I had a good one with Zach. Come around 3 or 4, I had a good one with Jonah. Later in the game, Clark and I started forming something as well. I feel like I really had good relationships with everyone who made it far in the game, and a few of the people who got out, unfortunately, early. I do feel like those are the things that really did carry me through the game, and being able to make those relationships was crucial. in such a social experiment of a game. I also had my popularity only went below 15 once the entire game, and that was at final 8 when it went down to 13. Unless at final 4 it went down, and I couldn't tell because we did not get our results for that. I really only went below 15 once, and I think that's just a huge plus at my social game and how I wasn't very overly targeted until the end of the game. I went into 3 chambers total. 2 of them were due to ties. So realistically, there was a chance I could have gone to 1 single chamber this entire game, not counting the final chamber. And that's just, again, same kind of testament to my game. I beat the final chamber time record, which Noah held since season 1. And I also tied Noah for the most mission wins throughout the entire season. I think I really did play a great game. On top of what I believe I did, on top of what I did with the League of Villains, which was my main alliance throughout the entire game that I kept going back to in gathering information from. I made some minor individual moves myself that I didn't say to anyone because I believed I needed to really take matters into my own hands. And one of those moves was I actually saved Joel from the block, from the chamber. He was supposed to go in at final, I believe it was final 10. He was being major targeted. Ame wanted him out. The League of Villains was like, yeah, Joel's a threat. We need to take Joel out right now. And when we made our plan to make him go in the chamber, I decided to keep him safe. And I counteracted the plan that we had made just so Joel could keep being a target later on in the game, and I would not be at risk of a sudden flip within our alliance. And I wasn't too worried, but it was just kind of a self-defense mechanism that I used to propel myself one more round at a time. I knew Joel would keep being a target. It was another target that was in front of me for sure. And I also used the first black modifier on Ame at final 8. She kept talking about how her popularity had not been altered the entire game. I wanted, in case I was making penalty with Ame, I wanted that to be one less point on her resume and cause some paranoia a little bit about some other players so I could get her loyalty, and I believe it worked. I do have some other things I could say, but I'm gonna let you guys ask me whatever questions you want. I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you, the good and the bad. Nothing in this game was personal whatsoever. I just did these moves in the game to essentially get myself to this point right here. And I just hope that none of you take anything personally. It was all a game for me, and I enjoy every single person I've met. You've all been amazing. I can't wait to hear from you guys, the good, the bad, the ugly. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right, Stefan, your 5 minutes starts now.
Okay, hello, my gays, gal, and all my other identifying pals. I just wanted to start off by saying I'm very grateful for so many people for how they helped get me here, as I kind of feel I got here in an untraditional fashion, but as the system is a very untraditional game, I kind of feel it fits. You can't really prepare coming into this game because at any moment you could be thrust into the chamber, and if things didn't go perfectly with the vote, you'd be gone. So I knew I had to play this game differently than I normally would. So for the first couple of days, I did my best to be one of those more active people in the game to see if I could find something that was promising in different kinds of opportunities. And lucky enough for me, Justin came along. And he was one of those players who I could tell I really liked playing with because he was super excited and was ready to do anything. And all I had to do was just focus his energy into forming an alliance, chance by 4, because that was a good number, and I sent him out to do what I needed. And as soon the superpower known as the League of Villains was formed, and Ame, Gaston, Justin, and myself began to control that game. We controlled the information, nominations, and a majority of the eliminations with our connections in the game, and that kept me safe when I needed help round 3. After I was set up, I knew I needed to change how I was playing, so I went from a more active player to a more UTR player, becoming a little more invisible, but also coming off as a little less threatening. Whenever I became part of alliances, I tried to make sure I was never a part of an alliance with the same League of Villains member, which is why I was with one with only Gaston and one with only Ame. To lessen suspicion of us working together in the beginning. However, I knew in this game that a 4-person alliance is doomed the longer it went on, and with Justin becoming more and more sloppy, I couldn't be closed off to the situation of getting rid of him, if it meant I could get further. So when Ame presented the idea, I knew it was the right thing to do, and thus inside the League of Villains, Ame, Gaston, and myself formed the Unholy Trinity. And we took Justin out and began to control the next portion of the game. And then while I did become angry at Zach for leaking the season and certain aspects of it, I knew people weren't going to be receptive just to taking him out based on how they were talking, so I couldn't force that, or else they could easily turn on me just as they did Justin during live night. So I had to pick my battles, and because of that, Clark became more and more connected, and he was the next one to go. I then saw an opportunity to take my battle and to shift the rest of the game into my favor once I saw the nominations for Live Night. I knew I had to take control during Live Night, and I needed to be quick because we had 5 minutes. And while the plan was always to keep Ame safe, it was more for me to take out Jonah and not Oakley out of the game like the Unholy Trinity had wanted, because Jonah was in the spot I wanted to be in. So I made my statement, then I went to Zach because I knew he would save Oakley over Jonah any day. Thus, all I had to do was make sure Zach didn't change his vote, and Gaston was powerless to stop it unless he wanted to go to the wheel. Jonah left, and I had a safe track to the final chamber. I was the least threatening out of the Trinity, so even if I was thrown into the chamber at some point, I would still be the least likely to ever go home, regardless of who I was against. Who would go after me if they could go after Ame, Gaston, Oakley, or Zach? Unfortunately, the Trinity came to an end at the final 5 when we all got nominated, and because I couldn't bring myself to contribute to the reason why Ame was leaving, be that I was saving face, I didn't campaign to either Oakley or Zach because I knew they had their minds made up for a while, and with her departure, I was in the spot at Final 4. Oakley and Zach called Gaston a threat, and I knew if they had the chance, they'd get rid of him over me any day, and Gaston would take a shot at them, because I said I was sabotaging my prism ratio, and I had willingly given up on my popularity, so that I'd be an easier win if people were to go at me. When, in actuality, I never spent a cent during the final round. This was done to cause paranoia and perhaps a little more spending in Gaston and Zach, but mainly done to lessen the reason to take me out, and regardless of whether I was in the chamber or not at Final 4, I would be safe. And while I was angry to see Oakley go, it meant my goal of making the final chamber was met. I knew, given my challenge performance this season, I could win my way here. I had never placed lower than 4th, aside from that dumbass luck competition where Nate gave me a card with all zeros. And in the end, even though Gaston saw me as a bigger threat out of the two of me and Zach, and gave me the penalty, I still beat Zach by almost 30 minutes, and nothing could be done to stop it. I'm now farther than I ever thought I would be in this game. I did my best to position myself in this game to make it here, because perception in this game is reality, and perhaps the least threatening person left is the most threatening to take your spot in the end, and perhaps even the biggest threat to win. So thank you for listening to all of my ramblings, and I can't wait to be ripped to shreds. And I got my trusty wine right here, so cheers.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Stefan. Now, with the opening speeches over, we can now move on to the jury questioning. I will be inviting the first jury member, Clark, in very shortly, so just give us 1 second. All right. How you doing, Clark? Now, you will also get 5 minutes to question either Gaston, Stefan, or both, or give a speech if you would like. Your time starts now, and you can unmute.
First off, hi, Mean Girls, with a Z. First off, I just want to say I am deeply hurt. I'm offended, and I'm totally kidding. Congratulations to you both. You both played absolutely stellar games. I would say that you both played very different games to make it to the end. I see Gaston as somebody that may have more of a hand in the events of the season, but I see Stefan as somebody who had a fantastic under-the-radar game and also made fantastic social connections. Between the two of you, I made one Final 2 deal with any player in the cast, and that was with Stefan. Like, the connections that I had with Stefan, yes, Peanut Gregorio, hi. The connections that I had with Stefan, the communications that I had with Stefan, I felt were 100% genuine, and I just enjoyed the conversations that we had together. Gaston, that does not mean that you don't have a chance at my vote. You both have a chance at my vote because I think out of all the games that I've played 6+ years of online reality games. This is the closest Final 2 I have
ever seen in a game. Like, it is, you both have such a strong chance to win this game. So my question to both of you, and it's a two-part question, what is the one move that you are most proud of in this game, and what is the one move you are least proud of?
I think the move that I'm most proud of is my choice at Final Four. It was a choice that I pondered over this choice for literally like a good 2 to 3 hours, went back and forth, did 40 minutes of confessionals that round, just because I was so undecided. I kept going back and forth, made charts. I really thought so, and I really think I made the right choice because I took out my competitor that I felt had the best chance to beat me in both sections I could not control from that point onwards, and that was popularity and prisms. And I really feel like I made the right decision, despite Stefan being another strong competitor that I was strongly considering eliminating at that point. I do feel like I took out the one person who could beat me without me being able to even have a shot with the jury. I think that was really, I thought things through. I really took it methodically, and that was really a strong point in my game where I kind of just took out all the feelings of like being close with Oakley, talking a lot with Oakley, and I just kind of put it all aside and made the right game move for me to sit here and win. The worst move I made in the game, I think, is I tried to make a whole lot of micro moves with the modifiers, and I kept missing or making some ridiculous moves that I kind of had no logical effect. Like trying to save Joel that second time at Final 9 with a modifier when it didn't work. I just kind of wasted my prisms at that point and almost laid myself in a chamber with other people that I might not have been able to beat. And I wasted some more on Ame at Final 7, it was Final 7, just when I didn't really have to. And I feel like had I more micromanaged my prisms better, I would be in a better spot and come the Final 2. But that's all a learning experience. So.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. I think honestly my favorite move of the game, and I mentioned this in my opening speech, was probably during Live Night 3 when I would I called it railroading, but I knew I had to like take advantage of that chance because I saw Jonah in the chamber, and Jonah was one of those people who was always like, it was impossible to get him in there, but he was also in that spot that I kind of wanted to be in, and I had to like take my opportunity, and I became one of the quickest thinkers that night. I made my statement, Ame's gonna stay with my vote. Zach, what do you want? I knew if I went to Gaston, he would possibly want to save Jonah instead of Oakley, so I had to manually do what was good for me and go to Zach instead. He picked Oakley, and then it just became so much easier to lock that down, get Jonah out, take his spot in the game, and at that point, no matter what the configuration was, I was set up to make the final chamber, and I kind of feel like that's what set me up to make it here as I did, no matter what the combination was in the chambers. As for a move I'm not really proud of, I'm not really sure I have that many because I'm proud of my game, even though I think the thing I'm most disappointed in myself is that sometimes I could get a bit emotional, and I kind of feel like maybe I just went a little off hinge in regards to Zach because I kind of got really mad when he was discovered that it was leaked that he had told people about the season, and then he got put in the chamber, and then no one was going to touch him because he was already in the chamber so he could fix himself for Live Night, and that's what just made me really mad. And sometimes I let my emotions cloud my judgment, but that is something I can't really avoid too much, so I just kind of got to face it headstrong and work with it, to be honest. I'm only human.
All right, so with that, Clark, your 5 minutes are up. Thank you so much for being a part of this season. But for now, you can go back to watching the live stream, and we'll bring in the next juror.
Good luck to you both. You definitely are going to need it with the other 4 jurors. But once again, both of you, great game.
All right, I'll be bringing in Jonah next.
What's up?
Okay, Jonah, your 5 minutes starts now.
All right, so congrats, guys, again. I feel like you both are very deserving. You guys both had really good social games. I'm really impressed. I'm just still kind of on the fence on who had the better game. So Gaston, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Stefan, I'm going to ask you 1. I only have 5 minutes, so try to make it brief. So I'm going to start off with Gaston. I have actually wrote down here. Gaston, why did you not vocalize yourself when it was pretty clear you wanted Ame out during the live night when we talked previously?
We actually talked about this last night. The reason why I didn't vocalize is because I knew Stefan would never go for that plan. And if I vocalized it, Ame was going to end up staying, and I was going to ruin my relationship with Ame and Stefan. And that was something I could not risk. Even if, because Stefan made it very clear that he wanted to save Ame, that's fine. The plan would have been to get Zach and I to vote alongside that, but I knew I couldn't get Zach to do it discreetly enough that Stefan would keep his vote on Ame. And that was something I thought of, and then that's why I kept delaying the vote to see if I had any other outs, because I did not want you out, but I also didn't want to vocalize against Oakley. It was a really internal dilemma. I was really thinking about any possibility to have either you stay or to try to not make me seem like the bad guy. Since I was essentially either picking you or Oakley at that point, I was trying to find a way to get, if I could get Ame out without making it too obvious, but I knew that wasn't a real possibility. And as much as I wanted it to happen, I didn't want to ruin my entire game from Final 5 onwards, and B, I also needed a shield for as close to Final 3 as I could. And that's also why I felt it was slightly too soon, and it did keep a shield off of me when it came down to Final 5 and when I went in the chamber and was able to survive.
Gotcha. All right, thank you very much. That cleared up some things. My next question for you is, how far did you plan on taking me if I stayed?
I was bringing you to Final 3. Honestly, I wanted Ame in the game as long as I could up until Final 4. I knew she could beat my ass in a jury, slander me. She could wipe my ass with the jury, hands down. I knew she would had a great chance of winning the game. Love Ame to death, but she would win. And we talked about that. And I talked to you about that. Talked to Oakley. Talked to Zach. We have all had this conversation individually. And I knew I had to take her out, but I needed her to be my shield. If I took her at Final 5, once she got 5th place, at 4th, I was immediately called out for being a huge threat. And had I been in the chamber that round, I probably would have gotten 4th place, which is why I was worried when it came down to Final 4. I was like, I'm not the Mastermind. The Mastermind's going to be safe, so I'm getting 4th place. But thankfully for me, that wasn't the case. So I needed Ame in the game as much as I could. I saw you as a good ally that no one knew that I really had. I think we had a really good connection. We talked a lot more than everyone knew that we talked about. I never told Ame or Stefan that we talked as much as we did, and I told you some information that I did not relay back to them. I thought we had a really good thing going, and I was really, as Stefan just said, I was railroaded that night where he put me in a position that I either had to go hard against Oakley or kind of let things happen, and I was trying to find a way to do it subtly without ruining my jury management in the process. So that was just a really unfortunate spot I was in.
All right, fair enough. Thank you very much. So Stefan, I once called you Stefan for like the longest time. That's why I apologize. But I want you to point out the mistakes or flaws in Gaston's game.
Honestly, I kind of think Gaston's game was a little more short-sighted than it should have been because it hinged a lot of him not being in the chamber at Final 4. He said he used Ame as a meat shield, but that only could work so far. Like, once she was taken out, it needed to happen either at Final 5 or Final 4, and so he really put himself at risk a lot more than he should have. And I think another thing that he has mentioned that was probably really stupid of him, instead of just letting Joel go in, he wasted some prisms to try and affect more than he should have. Like, his prism ratio could have been much better in this game had he just like sat down on it probably a bit more. It might have benefited his game, it might not have, but in the end, if it does come down to prism ratio, he kind of shot himself in the foot in that sense. So in the end, it's kind of, he shot himself in the foot with using too many prisms, and then he also kind of like was very short-sighted with only using Ame as a meat shield when he kind of really needed to not be in the chamber at Final 4. So.
All right. Thank you very much. That's all my questions. I think my 5 minutes is up anyways. I want to wish you guys good luck. I like you both as a person, and I hope we can continue to bond outside of this game. Good luck, guys.
All right, thank you, Jonah. Now we will be bringing in Ame for her jury speech.
Oh, hello, boys.
All right, Ame, you can go ahead and get started. Your time starts now.
Oh, I am started and I am ready to go. First of all, Unholy Trinity, raise a glass. This is where you two wanted to be, and you made it happen, so congratulations. Gaston and Jonah probably was not the best person to go before me for you. So, let me just... Of course, I have my notes that I can pull out for this. Let's start with your opening speech, Gaston. You said you saved Joel from the chamber round 10, and you lied to your alliance, who got you through a majority of the game. With that being said, you just wasted prisms because he literally went the next round. So, dumb. Okay, you threw a black mod at me to get me to be paranoid. I just blew it off as Justin doing it. So again, another point in your opening speech you completely were wrong on. Let's see. You gave the LOV credit. Thank you. In that saying that as a second part of the LOV outside of that, sorry, the LV, you had great connections with Oakley and Zach. Well, let me just pull out our original chart from the LV where we each decided who would have what as a number one. Oh, let's see here. Oh, yours was Oakley? Oh, and you had another side alliance with Gaston that we all knew about. So those personal connections, even though you had them, weren't that big of a secret. Turns page. You underestimated Stefan. You were completely blinded by me in this game. And the only reason that I am being so aggressive right now is because I am a loyal ass person. Out of the LV, you were my number one. You know that from the beginning. When we were in round 5, I asked you if it was okay if we threw Stefan under the bus to get him out. Sorry, Stefan, love you. So, I was completely upset, tarnished, and just, you are going to have to work your ass off to get my vote in this final. And I will do everything I can to tear down your game and point out your flaws. Because, in all honesty, coming into tonight with the jury, you were looking like a clean sweep. That being said, I'll move on to Stefan. I love you. Stefan, you mentioned that you were what really got the League of Villains started by using Justin. And I think that is something that is a very big point in your game because half of Gaston's opening speech was about the LV and how he gained so much information from that. So basically, Gaston just credited your game to what helped him to this point. Also, you were in a lot more trouble than Gaston was in. Even though he only saw the chamber 3 times and twice was by the wheel, as he mentioned prior, you were in trouble so much more and you used your connections and your power, including the LV and excluding the LV, to keep yourself safe and get to this point. Another point where Gaston was completely unloyal to the Unholy Trinity and to the LV was, I'm assuming, he threw a time penalty on you at Final 3. Am I correct? Okay. That's a bitch-ass move. Goodbye. That's just another reason that he was completely unloyal. Loyalty is everything to me, and I'm very angry and upset that you were the person to do so. So is Cooper. Do you hear him? Let's see. Out of the Unholy Trinity, you were the least threatening. That's what got you here. Overall, I think we made a kick-ass alliance. Whether I am upset with you or not. So, I guess, do I still have time, Nate? Can I have a time check?
You have about a minute.
Okay, my question for you both is, actually, I have a bottle right here. And I'm not really sure who I'm gonna vote for. So let me just spin this bottle real quick. If it lands towards the wall, I'll vote for Stefan. If it lands towards Cooper, I'll probably still vote for Stefan. Ready? Oh my gosh, look at that. It landed in the back. This has been Bottlegate 2.0. Good luck, boys. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud that our alliance could make it all the way to the end, even if I'm not here. Gaston, I'm sorry I'm giving you a hard time, but I think you really earned it. The hard time, that is. So good luck tonight, and I'm so excited to spill tea on the after call. Good luck, boys.
All right, thank you, Ame. So with that, I'll be bringing in Oakley next.
Great, torture part 2. Here we go.
Well, hello. See, I came into this confused and hurt and betrayed, and unlike Clark, I'm not kidding. Because, Stefan, don't wind in your mouth, because it's not you. You're not the one I'm upset at. You've got a clean sweep with me, because, really, you were honest with where you were the entire time, and I'm not worried, and I kind of, like, understand how everything that you did is now falling into place. When going into the finale, I was like, I don't know if I can justify voting for Stefan because I haven't seen anything, but seeing what has transpired and what the jury has said to me, I can now kind of see why you are the player to win. Gaston, here's my dilemma with you. And I have one question to ask you before I get into my whole spiel, and I think I already know what you're going to answer. In one word, have you been seamlessly jury managing everyone since they have left? Yes or no? I don't want an explanation. One single word.
Seamlessly managing.
Have you just been working the jury unremorsefully? Yes or no? Good, you answered how I anticipated you to. So let me explain why I'm upset with you. Gaston, I get it. I was going to win at Final Four. However, there are ways to go about taking people out. What you did with me at Final Four, you should not have done. Because from my perspective, I really thought I was going to be in the Final 3. And I was so happy because of all the shit that I had to go through to get here. So for you to give me false hope that I had actually made it, and then turn around 3 seconds beforehand and be like, oh wait, I changed my mind, it's left a bitter taste in my mouth. How you responded to me in regards to Ame, which it didn't affect anything at Final 5 that led to her elimination, it still left a bitter taste in her mouth. So I think that where you've fallen short is your jury management, despite I feel that you were trying to work people as they left. And Gaston, what I'm really upset with, it really hurt me. And I didn't even know if I could come here tonight because I didn't think I could say all this to you. Because it really, really hurt me when you did that to me. Because I don't think I've ever been hurt that way by another person ever in my life. And I feel like I want to believe you played the best game, but right now it's all based off of your word and me believing things that you did because you said you did a lot of stuff on your own and didn't tell anybody, but right now your word doesn't mean anything to me. So like, can you explain to me what you want me to do? Like how do you think I should think about your game?
I don't know. I really, truly, I cannot express this enough that when I found out I was safe on our call at Final Four, I truly, at that point, had not thought about what I was going to do as a decision. I never expected that vote because I knew I wasn't the mastermind. I never thought about it, so then when I got the vote, I obviously was, and I told you I was going to explore all options, and I honestly did not consider you as an option until much later that evening. It was definitely not my intent to give you any false hope, because why would I do that? Immediately to send you in fourth place, exactly like you are right now. It was 100% not my intent to hurt you at all, and to give you any false hope as a jury mismanagement, because that's essentially what it turned into. And that was really not my intent. What I would like you to see from my game is that I did not have to hide by being an under the radar or a floater or somewhere in between, and then use that to my advantage to propel myself in the game like Stefan did. I was more in the forefront, and I still had some kind of gameplay behind my moves, and some of them were not the best moves. Yes, I misused some prisms. That might cost me the prism ratio. I misused some things. I miscalculated how some moves would affect the game. Some moves succeeded but weren't as very successful long term. I might have been short-sighted, but I still did what I thought was right without being under the radar or invisible by any means. I used my social connections to really propel myself forward, and all this information going back to Ame about how I was putting her name out there, bit me in the ass at Final 5 when she got out. And my poor management of our relationship at Final 4 cost me how you thought of me as on your way out. So jury management was definitely a super weak point for me going into Final 2. And I just hope that you can look at my overall game and see that it was still a fairly strong game. And I really hope you know that it was never my intent to hurt you by any means or give you any false hope. At that point, I was telling the absolute truth. And I did warn you that I was going to explore every option myself. And as I was saying that, I didn't believe I would ever come to a point where I was going to take you out. And the more I thought about it, I spent a few hours thinking about this decision, and it just came to a point where I felt it was the right move. And I was correct. That's the thing that really it boiled down to. That was one of my greatest moves, as I would not have had a chance to win versus you, point blank. So I hope you can see that. I am truly sorry. We'll talk more after, I hope, and that's all I can do.
Gaston, my opinion. I don't know what you're actually feeling, but in my opinion, it still feels like you're doing it with me, and that you're jury managing me.
Okay, well, we're gonna talk after the game if you want. That's fine. You don't have to vote for me. I hope you do. But if you still think I'm being completely fake for a jury vote, that's completely up to you. I hope you can see that I'm not. But if you think I am, then vote for Stefan.
All right, and that was Stefan. I want to give you some attention because
You're actually at your 5 minutes. I'm so sorry, Oakley. Your 5 minutes
I had
expired.
fun. I appreciate it. Nate, thank you for casting me. My prison ratio is 18%.
All right. Thank you, Oakley. And now we will bring in the final juror, Zach, before we head into our closing speech. All right, Zach, you're going to be rounding off the jurors tonight. Your time starts now.
Alrighty, first off, I just want to congratulate both of you. You two did extremely well, and both of y'all should be extremely proud of how y'all played. Gaston, I want you to breathe a little bit. You're scatterbrained and you're sounding all over the place, and it's just important to take a deep breath and sound out your words. Going into tonight, it was actually, despite what others have said, it was a very split vote. People are very divisive and not really knowing where they wanted to vote. It is a very, everyone was wanting to vote different ways. And myself included, well, actually going into this night, my vote was going to 100% be for Gaston, because obviously I had a closer relationship with him, and me and Stefan. But it would be extremely hypocritical of me and completely against everything that I stand for if I vote emotionally. And I'm not going to vote emotionally. I know some other jurors may vote emotionally, and I'm not knocking any of them down. Every juror has their right and reasoning for sending their vote, and it is up to them to decide what that is. My vote's going to be for who I believe played the best game, and Stefan and Gaston, I want you two to each go on about and elaborate on what you two did differently than the other that got to where you are at this moment, and why you should receive my vote to win. And whoever wants to go first can go first. I'm just sitting here listening and taking it in.
I'll go first because Gaston went first last time and I'm petty. I believe I played a different game than Gaston because I feel like I was worried more about what the end of the game was going to entail, which is why I never really liked going past 30% with my prison ratio. And I was always preparing for live night, and I was always anticipating what it was going to be. I was anticipating what the end was going to be, and I was playing more of a UTR game than I feel Gaston was. And I feel like my connections eventually helped me through everything, but I didn't just let that happen. I could be called a floater, but that's different than the connotation of what Rachel made it in BB12. The original thing for a floater was someone like Jun Song, who goes from like power player to power player, but does it strategically. And I kind of feel like I did that, maintaining those social bonds, but I didn't just like lie down, do nothing. It was like, cool, I'm here now. That's dope. I kind of tried using the information I was given to organize and plot my projection as best I could. And I feel like once jury hit, I knew exactly what I needed to do. It was all a matter of getting to the final chamber, because once I did that, I was confident enough in myself that I could make it to the end. And I believe I was also able to play a cleaner game than him because of that.
I feel, well, obviously Stefan and I's game have been very contrasted this entire game, or this entire finale, sorry. Mine was definitely not much of an under-the-radar game. I was very social with many people throughout this game. I made some good connections, and I feel like I made it far with, at the Final 7, I felt really confident with everyone left in the Final 7 connection-wise. I had a good connection, whether it was through the Unholy Trinity with Ame and Stefan, whether it was with my connection with Oakley since round 1, with you since round 1, Jonas since round 3, Clark and I had something new going. I felt confident with everyone there, and that was my strength that got me there, and I was able to ride that for a few more rounds, but it was also my downfall that caught up to me at Final 4 when everything was blown wide open and my game was on the table. And I used my connections to really propel me, and I knew I was going to be seen as a threat. I was expecting to be a challenge threat throughout the game, as I did. I got first place in the first and third challenge, and everyone knew it wasn't a secret. It got around pretty fast, and I got some extra prisms for one of those challenges, and I did manage to actually keep that as a non-factor. Despite me earning a lot of prisms and having earned many prisms throughout the entire game, I was able to really keep that under wraps with my social connections, which I feel was my focal point of my game. At Final 5, everything exploded. My whole game went haywire, but I was still able to use my wits and use some modifiers in the hope that it did have effect, and luckily enough, it did have effect, and I was able to maneuver my way from that point onwards to finals. My game derailed a little bit at Final 5 when I tried to make a move, and it didn't quite go the way I had expected. I made a few. My game is flawed. I definitely do not have the very cleanest of games, but I did do the best that I can with what I was dealt, especially at the end of the game. I did what I could to get my ass here, and I am still here kicking in this game. I hope you can respect that. It's a very different game from Stefan, but I think I still play the game decently well.
Alrighty, I'm going to just finish off by just thanking both of y'all. Y'all are fantastic people. I am just... Ooh, sorry, I had a brain fart. I apologize to production, everyone in the game, for leaking the way it did. It was stupid, and I regret it wholeheartedly, and I hope y'all don't apply that to my character. And just know that I am a completely different person than that action. And I wish both of y'all the best of luck, and whoever wins is 100% deserving to win. And so the focal point should be on you two tonight. This is y'all's night. Work for that. Bye.
All right, thank you, Zach. So with that, the jury speeches are over. It is now time for the closing speeches. Gaston, you will be first.
Jeez, what a night it has been. Thank you, jury, for your questions and your comments. I knew it wasn't going to be pretty for me. As it was mentioned recently, the last couple of minutes, my game was definitely more than flawed. Some in prism waste, some in jury mismanagement, and I feel like I could have done a whole lot of things better. But that's what happens when you get in this crazy game, and you like I think I've said I'm getting an aneurysm like 20,000 times this entire series. I'm sure everyone's annoyed. I'm annoyed with myself for saying it so much. It's been a crazy game. I think I really did the best that I could considering the circumstances. I had some good alliances, and I knew I had to break some of them off for my purpose of being here with a chance of winning. And while it wasn't the most trustworthy, and I know some people really value trust, and I think that's where my jury mismanagement really begins. It's not being very trustworthy to the people who were very trusting of me. And I completely understand that, but it was for the benefit and for the goal of me being here with a chance of winning. When it came down to Ame, when it came down to Oakley, and giving Stefan that penalty at the end, the whole trust aspect for me kind of went out the window when it came down to Final 5. And I think that was really for the sole goal of giving myself the best opportunity to have a chance at winning. And for some, I hope that's not a deciding factor for you guys. It was all in the spirit of the game and to try and get myself to win. I wrote some notes here. Give me a second here. I wasn't in true danger in this game until Final 4, and I think that's really a big point to my game. Even though I went in the chamber multiple times, I was always the most safe with the votes. I was always able to make it happen, whether it was with the help of the League of Villains or with the Unholy Trinity. I definitely had some people who had my back and some people outside of those alliances who also had my back. And that was really a huge point of my social game. I wasn't kind of floating by having some alliances, some social bonds and some less social bonds. I had one good one with just about everyone, especially in the jury phase. And after my game derailed at Final 5, mostly due to my own miscalculations and actions, I was in danger at Final 4, and I feel like I did so well up until that point with a few minor flaws, and I just hope you guys can look at the big picture, the fact that I did so well despite probably having a bigger target on my back with Ame's target bigger than mine. And that was kind of how I got overlooked in the game for so long, and I wasn't a true target until Final 4. And I hope that you guys can appreciate that and see that I played a good game, and I hope I get your votes. If I don't, I understand Stefan played a great game as well, and that's all I have to say. Thank you so much, and sorry for being so scatterbrained. What a fun time. Cheers to everyone.
All right, thank you, Gaston. Stefan, 5 minutes starts now.
I just want to say thank you again to production, or actually for the first time, thank you, because last time I said Nate's a bitch, and I still stand by that statement, but thank you, production. Thank you for everyone who I've played with. You have made my last org for a while one of the greatest experiences. This was crazy, and I'm not going to try to reverberate too much, just kind of touch upon a couple of things. I kind of feel like I try to start off this game to protect myself to what would make me further and what would carry me through pre-jury, and I feel like I did that with the League of Villains, albeit I took a nosedive when I lost Brian, who I thought was my ally, but it turns out he was being a shady bitch and talking to everyone, so only can do so much with that. And then I got nominated round 3, but unlike Gaston, I never had the most votes to save because I knew that was dangerous, so even though people were trying to get 5 votes on me, like Zach was trying to get 5 votes on me, I made sure to only have it around 4, only to do so much in order to keep myself safe and play more of a UTR game than I feel like I've ever played before, which is very unnatural to me, but again, I was trying to do my best. I'm only going to touch on this lightly. I've had life moments happen to me in this game, and I cannot excuse my emotional tension sometimes, and I apologize about that, but I try to move through that as best I can without letting it affect the game too much. Once it got to jury, I feel like I calculated what I needed to, and I took advantage of the key points during live nights in order to carry myself through the end, so I knew I was in the best position to make it to the final chamber, no matter who I was against. I was never going to be the one going home. I was never going to be the one doing the dirty work. I was always going to be the one with the cleaner slate. And then once I got to the final chamber, it was too late for Gaston to probably take out the bigger threat at the final chamber, and I still won my way here. I'm not going to try to beat much more into the ground. I am much prouder of the game I played, hearing what everyone has to say, and I just want to say thank you so much. It's been real no matter what the result is tonight. I hope I can get your votes. I hope I can prove that for once I can win a jury portion of a game and actually get votes in the end. So, fingers crossed, and everyone, you're emotional balls, but I love ya, I guess. Oh, that burns.
All right, thank you, Stefan. And with that, your jobs are over. For you, the game is done. Now we leave it up to the jury. At this time, All 5 jury members, please send in your votes for the person you would like to win, either Gaston or Stefan, the ultimate casino dealer, or the ultimate journalist. You have 1 minute to send in your votes. Your time starts now. So, we have a winner. First, we'll be going through Prism Ratio. By a difference of 3.7%. Stefan, you have won the Prism Ratio section. For overall popularity, by 17 to 8 points.
I got 8.
Gaston, you have won overall popularity.
Oh, bitch.
That means this season it comes down to the jury vote.
I knew it was going to come to the jury. Oh,
knew
my
it.
God. Oh. Good luck.
First
Oh,
vote.
my God.
Ame voted for Stefan. Second vote. Jonah voted for Gaston. That means we are tied 1-1. Oakley voted for Stefan. Stefan leads 2-1. Zach voted for. Congratulations, Stefan. You have won the System Hopes Peak High.
Oh my god, I won an org!
I told you, I can't win games, Stefan, I swear. I never can win.
Congratulations, Stefan. This was a hard-fought battle. Gaston, I'm sorry. That means you have lost and have earned second place this season.
Oh my
Stefan, if you'd
god.
like to say a few words, you may do so now.
Oh my god, I haven't won it. I've been to so many finals in my org career, and after losing unanimously in a final 2 before, this is... Are you sure I won?
We are sure, yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god.